Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Callaway,
Here.
Carter, McCormick,
Here.
McCoy,
Here.
Said,
Here.
Weathers.
Here.
We have a quorum and this meeting is open for business.
Please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Amen. I pledge allegiance to
the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor Dandridge will now read her proclamations.
So I would like to honor Joyce Wilson, has faithfully served her community through her leadership as owner of Kara Wilson and her dedication, her dedication and her professionalism and commitment has helped support and countless individuals and families. Now, therefore, we honor Joyce Wilson for her outstanding service and positive impact on our community. She deeply values and we deeply appreciate her. Grady Robertson serves his community through his leadership at Mission Baptist Church and West Gaston Funeral Home. His dedication to both spiritual guidance and compassionate care has supported individuals and family in times of need. We honor Grady Robertson for his commitment, service, and lasting impact on the community. His contributions are sincerely appreciated. Jonathan Dandridge has showed his dedication to his community through hard work and service. And whereas he owns and operates his own grass-cutting business, maintains the cemetery with care and respect, and serves the public through his UPS work. Now, therefore, we honor Jonathan Dandridge for his strong work ethic and commitment to serve his community, and we greatly appreciate it.
Is there any new business? Seeing there is none, we will now have the reading of our ordinances and resolutions. For sake of time, since this is a one-time meeting, do I hear a motion to suspend the second reading of all ordinances and resolutions?
I make a motion to suspend the second reading of all ordinances and resolutions presented today.
I will second the motion.
The motion to suspend the second reading is seconded. Let us take a vote to decide if we would like to suspend the second reading. Clerk, please do a roll call vote.
Councilmember Callaway,
Yes.
Councilmember Carter,
Yes.
Councilmember McCormick,
Yes.
Councilmember McCoy,
Yay.
and Councilmember Said.
Yes.
Councilmember Weathers.
Yes.
If there's no more, the motion is approved.
Moving on to ordinances and resolutions, the chair recognizes Councilmember Carter.
Thank you, Madam President. Student Mental Health Support Initiative. The well-being of our students should always remain a priority. Many young people today face stress, anxiety, and personal challenges that can affect their success in school and in their life. While our schools work hard to provide support, additional community resources are needed. I propose the Student Mental Health Support Initiative, which would create partnerships between the city, local schools, and counseling organizations to provide workshops, mentorship programs, and access to mental health resources for students and families. This program would encourage emotional wellness, improve academic performance, and help students feel supported as they prepare for their future. Therefore, I ask the council to move forward with this initiative for the benefit of our youth in our city.
Are there any discussions or questions regarding this ordinance? If there are no further questions or statements, do I hear a motion to adopt this ordinance?
I make a motion.
Do I hear a second?
I second.
Let us now vote on the proposed ordinance.
Councilmember Callaway?
Yes.
Councilmember Carter?
Yes.
Councilmember McCormick?
Yes.
Councilmember McCoy?
Yes.
Councilmember Said?
Yes.
And Councilmember Weathers?
Yes.
This motion is approved.
Community Youth Resource Center Initiative. The young people of our city represent the future of Gaston, and it is our responsibility to provide them with opportunities that will help them grow into successful adults. Many students and teenagers need safe places to go after school where they can learn, receive guidance, and participate in positive activities. Without those opportunities, many young people may struggle with boredom, poor choices, or lack of direction. I propose the Community Youth Resource Center initiative, which would establish a center dedicated to serving the youth of our city. This center would provide tutoring, career readiness programs, technology access, leadership training, recreational activities, and mentorship opportunities with trusted adults in the community. It will also offer workshops on financial literacy, job interviews, college preparation, and life skills that students can use long after graduation. By investing in a youth resource center, we are investing in safer neighborhoods, stronger families, and a brighter future for the next generation. This initiative would give students a place to feel supported, productive, and encourage their reach for full potential. Therefore, I ask the council to move forward with this initiative for the benefit of our youth in our city.
Are there any discussions or questions regarding this ordinance?
Madam President, I have a question.
The chair recognizes Councilmember McCoy.
Councilwoman Carter, would this facility be manned by volunteers, or would these be paid workers via the city?
Paid workers for the city.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other discussions or questions? If there are no further questions or statements, do I hear a motion to adopt the ordinance?
Motion.
I
Do I hear-
second.
Yeah, okay. Let us now vote on the proposed ordinance.
Councilmember Callaway?
Yes.
Councilmember Carter?
Yes.
Councilmember McCormick?
Yes.
Councilmember McCoy?
Yes.
Councilmember Said?
Yes.
And Councilmember Weathers?
Yes.
This motion is approved.
The chair now recognizes Councilmember Said.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I arise to address a matter of great importance, a matter that has divided households, shaken communities, and caused more debates than, frankly, are needed. I am, of course, talking about Santa Claus. For too long, misinformation has spread claiming Santa is not real, but the evidence says otherwise. Every December, without fail, millions of cookies mysteriously disappear, milk levels drop nationwide, and presents appear under trees, even when parents swear that they didn't buy that. Coincidence? I think not. Furthermore, no human adult has ever been documented willingly assembling a bicycle at 2 a.m. with missing screws and unclear instructions. Only a magical being with centuries of experience could pull something like that off. Now let's talk about the reindeer. Have you ever seen a regular deer fly? Exactly. Yeah, every Christmas Eve, something is definitely landing on rooftops, and it's not the Amazon delivery guy. Therefore, I present this declaration: Santa Claus is real, operational, and actively serving the children of Gadsden, Alabama. His existence is hereby recognized and respected and protected by this body. Anyone who wishes to deny Santa Claus openly in public, in statement, or on social media and posted will be facing punishment of 1 rod wave listening hour. This shall be enforced by the police department and analyzers on social media. We wish to encourage people to report your friend if you hear them claiming for Santa to not be real. This concludes my ordinance.
Are there any questions or statements regarding this ordinance?
President Callaway, I have a question.
The chair recognizes Councilmember McCoy.
Councilman Said, do you not feel as though this is a form of censorship and an impeachment on our First Amendment rights of freedom of speech?
Councilmember McCoy, I ask you, if you were willingly giving your time and energy to provide gifts to children in need across the world, would you not want to feel recognized?
I believe I would.
Then why should we take that right away from the good man from up north?
Fair enough.
Any other questions or
Madam
concerns?
President, I have a question.
The chair recognizes Councilmember Weathers. Sorry, guys.
Councilman Said,
Yes.
we're in America, correct?
I believe so, yes.
And one of the amazing things of America is that we have the freedom to believe in whatever we choose, correct?
You could say.
So what do we say to the people who doesn't recognize Santa Claus because it goes against their religion?
What are you trying to say, Councilmember Weathers?
I said all I had to say.
You bring up a good point, Councilmember Weathers.
Thank you. That's all.
Are there any other questions or concerns about this? Everybody else good? Okay. If there are no further questions or statements, do I hear a motion to adopt this ordinance? Guys, we gotta make a motion. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
Motion.
I second it.
Let's now vote on the proposed ordinance.
Councilmember Calloway,
No.
Councilmember Carter,
No.
Councilmember McCormick,
No.
Councilmember McCoy, Councilmember Said,
Yes.
Councilmember Weathers.
No, ma'am.
This motion is defeated.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Youth Legislature, today I rise to address a crisis threatening the health, safety, and taste buds of Gadsden, Alabama. I'm talking about Arby's. Yes, Arby's, the establishment boldly claiming to have the meats, yet refusing to specify what kind of meats, why they shine, or why they look like, let's be honest, animal intestines. For years, citizens have suffered in silence. They walk in hopeful and walk out questioning their life's choices. The roast beef looks like it was printed on a 3D printer set to sad. The sandwiches collapse under their own emotional weight, and the curly fries, the only good thing on the menu, simply aren't strong enough to save the rest of the operation. Therefore, I propose an ordinance banning Arby's from operating anywhere within Gadsden city limits. No restaurants, no pop-ups, no drive-thrus, no mysterious meat distribution centers. We are protecting our people. And for anyone who dares violate this ordinance, anyone caught eating Arby's, serving Arby's, or attempting to convince another human being to try Arby's, the punishment shall be, again, a mandatory rod wave listening session of 1 hour. 3 hours or completing a full album. No skips and no trying to recruit anyone else to listen for you. Let this be the day Gadsden stands up for culinary injustice. No more mystery meat, no more emotional damage, and no more Arby's. Thank you.
Are there any questions or comments regarding this ordinance? Anybody? Okay. If there's no questions or comments, let us vote on the. Sorry, guys. Do I hear a motion to adopt this ordinance?
I motion.
I second.
Clerk, will you take the vote, please?
Councilmember Calloway,
Yes.
Councilmember Carter,
Yes.
Councilmember McCormick,
Yes.
Councilmember McCoy,
No.
Councilmember Said,
Yes.
and Councilmember Weathers.
No.
This motion is approved.
The chair now recognizes Councilmember McCormick.
An ordinance to establish minimum school start times for public schools. Section 1, Purpose and Findings. The city finds that adequate sleep is essential for the health, safety, and academic success of students. Research from medical and educational organizations demonstrates that later school start times are associated with improved attendance, academic performance, and mental health outcomes. Early school start times contribute to chronic sleep deprivation among students, particularly adolescents. Also, there's been a study also conducted by the University of Washington and the American Psychological Association that students were school start times, start ideally at a later school time around 8:30, show improvements of grades by 4.5% in terms of, better social behavior and within the student body. Therefore, the purpose of this ordinance is to promote student well-being and educational outcomes by establishing a minimum school start time. For the purposes of this ordinance, public school means any elementary, middle, or high school operated by a public school district within the jurisdiction of the city. Instructional day means the period during which students are required to be present for classroom instruction. Start time means that the time at which the instructional day officially begins. With the minimum start time requirement, no public school shall begin its instructional day earlier than 8:30 a.m. This requirement applies to all grade levels unless otherwise exempted under Section 5 of this ordinance. With the implementation, each school district within the city shall adopt policies and adjust schedules as necessary to comply with this ordinance. School districts shall coordinate transportation, staffing, and extracurricular schedules to align with the required start time. Compliance shall be achieved no later than the beginning of the academic year following the effective date of this ordinance unless an exemption is granted under Section 5. The exemption and waivers. A school district may apply for a temporary waiver if it demonstrates that immediate compliance will cause significant financial or logistical hardship and a clear plan to achieve compliance within a reasonable time frame. Waivers shall not exceed 2 academic years and must be approved by the Gadsden City Council. With enforcing this, the Gadsden City Schools shall monitor compliance. School districts found in violation shall be required to submit a corrective action plan within 90 days. If any provision of this ordinance is held invalid, such invalidity shall not affect remaining provisions, which shall continue in full force and effect. This ordinance shall take effect on August 6, 2026.
Are there any questions or discussions concerning this ordinance?
Madam
I have a
President,
question.
I have a
No, go ahead. You're good. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Okay, the chair recognizes Councilmember Weathers.
Councilman McCormick, what would be the end time or how long would school last?
So with it starting at 8:30, like an 8-hour school day and pushing the time back to 3:30, for the later schools that, we're starting at 7:48, that will push that time back a little bit, from 3:07 to I believe around the math for that, I believe it's going to be 3:30. So yeah.
Okay, that's all.
The chair recognizes Mayor Dandridge.
Doing this, do you think that this should start only in one school to see how it goes? Or do you think that all schools should start this?
Well, I believe starting with one school, see how that would go and stuff.
See how it goes.
So yeah, I guess we could say, with the high school, and see how that goes.
With the high school schedule changing, since we've been in school 4 years, it's changed about 3 times. Do you not think that it should be a middle school or an elementary school?
Well, I believe, starting with a high school, as studies, shown by the American Psychological Association, it's shown, the study's shown within a high school, there's been a 4.5 increase in the grades, and, so I would say, I see what you're coming from with that, but I would say start with the high school, and work our way down.
Okay, no more questions. Thank you.
The chair recognizes Councilmember McCoy.
Councilman McCormick, do you believe that it would be just as effective to impose a, say, curfew to make sure that students are getting adequate sleep rather than pushing school back and having to adjust the school schedule? Do you believe that the increase is actually caused by the increased amount of time of sleep, or do you believe that there's another reason?
I believe it's increased by the amount of sleep within the student receives.
So would you agree that it would be just as beneficial to set a curfew for adolescents?
Well, no.
Okay, thank you.
The chair recognizes Councilmember Saeed.
Cash, I'd like to ask you a question. Do you remember earlier when I was making my Santa ordinance and y'all said, aren't we America, a country of beliefs? Doesn't a curfew imply overstepping our rights by forcing people to choose a bedtime and having to be at home in bed at that exact time?
No.
How so?
a city law stating that adolescents and minors have to be within a house at a certain time has been around since the beginning of municipalities.
But a curfew, you're applying you're wanting a curfew to gain more sleep. How would you enforce them that they're actually going to bed at that time?
You would not be able to know.
Thank you.
Any other comments on this? Okay. If there are not any further questions or statements, do I hear a motion to adopt this ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
Let's now vote on the proposed ordinance.
Councilmember Callaway,
No.
Councilmember Carter,
No.
Councilmember McCormick,
Yes.
Councilmember McCoy,
No.
Councilmember Saeed,
Yes.
and Councilmember Weathers.
No.
This motion is defeated.
Now, with my next ordinance, an ordinance to establish and increase funding for extracurricular activities in public schools. Extracurricular activities, including athletics, arts clubs, and academic organizations, play a vital role in student development, engagement, and achievement. Participation in such activities is associated with improved academic performance, attendance, leadership skills, and social emotional well-being. Many school programs lack sufficient funding, limiting student access and opportunity. Therefore, the purpose of this ordinance is to expand and stabilize funding for extracurricular activities to ensure equitable access for all students. For the purposes of this ordinance, extracurricular activities means school-sponsored programs outside the standard academic curriculum, including, but not limited, to sports teams, music and art programs, clubs, and academic competitions. Public school system means all public schools operated by a school district within the jurisdiction of the city/county, which is Gadsden. Dedicated funding means funds specifically allocated for extracurricular activities and not subject to reallocation for other purposes except as provided herein. With the funding requirements, the city shall allocate an annual minimum of 5% of the education budget, whichever is greater, and has dedicated funding for extracurricular activities. Funding shall be distributed equitably among schools within the district, taking into account the student population, program needs, and existing resource disparities. No less than 50% of allocated funds shall be used to reduce or eliminate participation fees for students. Funding for this ordinance may be derived from general fund appropriations, designated education levies or taxes, or authorized by law, grants, donations, and partnerships, reallocation of existing discretionary funds, provided core instructional funding is not reduced. Funds allocated under this ordinance shall be used for equipment, uniforms and supplies, coaching and program staff stipends, transportation and competition expenses, facility maintenance and improvements related to extracurricular activities, expanding access to new or underserved programs. The school system shall ensure that all students have fair access to extracurricular activities regardless of income, background, or ability. Schools shall prioritize funding for programs that serve historically or underrepresented or underserved student populations. The Gadsden City Schools Board of Education shall publish an annual report detailing funds allocated and expended, participation rates across schools, efforts to improve equity and access. School districts shall maintain transparent records of all expenditures under this ordinance. With enforcing this, failure to comply with the provisions of this ordinance shall require submission of a corrective action plan within 90 days. Continued noncompliance may result in administrative review and adjustment of funding allocations. This ordinance shall take effect on August 6, 2026.
Are there any discussions or questions concerning this ordinance?
Madam President, I have a question.
The chair recognizes Councilmember Weathers.
Councilman McCormick, I have two questions actually. First is, would the money go to the extracurricular as a whole, or would it go to like each individual part of that extracurricular? Like, for example, our band, we have a great and amazing marching band program at Gadsden City High School. So would the money be split between their marching band, jazz band, and then 3 concert bands, or would it be just the band as a whole?
At the band as a whole.
Okay.
That answers your question, yeah.
And my second question is, would this affect already set fees for these extracurriculars?
No, it would not.
Okay, thank you.
Does anyone else have any other questions? I just have like a simple question. I mean, it may have already been answered in this, so if it has, I'm so sorry. What about like the programs that already have enough funding? So like football, like how does that affect them versus soccer? Because like I'm on the soccer team, so how would that like affect like soccer, swimming, and then you have football, which is like a huge program that already has like sponsors, catered dinners, meals. How would like that change for them?
Well, I mean, if they don't need the money, the money could be allocated to another program that requires, that needs that funding. So it would just be passed on to another program that, requires it.
I have a question.
The chair recognizes Councilmember Said.
Who would like control that allocation? Would it be you? Or-
No, it would probably be the school board and where they see fit.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments? Okay. If there are not any further questions or statements, do I hear a motion to adopt the ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
Let us now vote on the proposed ordinance.
Councilmember Callaway,
Yes.
Councilmember Carter,
Yes.
Councilmember McCormick,
Yes.
Councilmember McCoy,
Yes.
Councilmember Said,
Yes.
and Councilmember Weathers.
No.
This motion is approved.
The chair now recognizes Councilmember McCoy.
Responsible Fishing and Waterway Protection Ordinance. This ordinance aims to promote responsible fishing practices and protect the waterways in the Gadsden area. The purpose is to preserve fish populations, protect natural resources, and ensure safe and enjoyable fishing opportunities in Gadsden's rivers, lakes, and public waterways. All individuals fishing in public waters within city limits must comply with the Alabama state fishing regulations. Fishermen must follow all state regulations regarding catch, size limits, and size requirements. Any fish caught outside legal limits must immediately be released back into the water. The following activities are prohibited: dumping bait containers, fishing line, or trash into waterways, using illegal fishing methods such as explosives, chemicals, or electrical devices, fishing in clearly marked restricted or protected areas. All anglers must remove their equipment, trash, and personal items before leaving. The city will provide additional trash receptacles near popular fishing spots. First offense will result in a warning. The second offense will result in a $100 fine. The third offense will result in you being thrown into the Bass Pro Shops fishing tank in Birmingham, Alabama, as well as any penalty given by the State Fish and Wildlife Corporation. The city will also host and hold many conservation and educational opportunities, partnering with local organizations like the Coosa River Keepers to promote conservation, education, and responsible fishing practices. The effective date of this ordinance will take place 30 days after approval.
Are there any discussions or questions concerning this ordinance?
I have a question.
The chair recognizes Councilmember Said.
Have you ever seen the movie Finding Nemo?
Yes.
How would you ensure something as the scenario in that movie would not occur with fishing taking place in Gadsden, Alabama?
Majority of fish other than crappie caught within the Coosa River are not typically consumed. They are more of a sport fish such as bass. So we would not have that issue unless it was with crappie.
Are bass not born in families though that could get separated?
They would be released after catch.
Okay, just making sure. Wait, but how would you ensure that it would get back to their family?
Because they would be dropped where they were caught.
How could you ensure that the family stayed there and didn't travel?
At this time, I'd like to ask Madam President to continue the meeting.
Madam President, I have a question.
The chair recognizes Mayor Dandridge.
So you said that you would provide like trash cans near popular spots. What would you do about like not popular spots? Would you still put them there, or would you?
Yes, if we felt that as though trash receptacles were needed in a certain area, like excess litter in one specific area, then of course. But usually fishermen will throw away their lines and other trash at boat launches. So mainly referring to boat launches, as well as any piers or docks that they may tie to.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other comments or statements? Okay. If there are no further questions or statements, do I hear a motion to adopt this ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
Let us now vote on the proposed ordinance.
Councilmember Callaway?
Yes.
Councilmember Carter?
Yes.
Councilmember McCormick?
Yes.
Councilmember McCoy?
Yes.
Councilmember Said?
No.
And Councilmember Weathers?
Yes.
This motion is approved.
My second ordinance is a local businesses support and shop local initiative. This ordinance aims to promote and support local businesses in the Gadsden area, to strengthen the local economy by encouraging residents to support locally owned businesses. I aim to establish a shop local program. The city of Gadsden will provide this. This promotes that businesses will be, this aims to promote businesses through the city website, organize monthly shop local days with discounts and events, as well as tax incentives for the businesses that participate in this. Incentives for businesses will be a big focus as we aim to bring in more outside business as well as businesses that are already in the area, such as reduced permit fees for special events, free advertising through city channels like websites, access to small business workshops with some of our current council members who are also small business owners. Funding of the program will be funded through a small portion of the city's economic development budget. The city will also host an annual review of the program to make sure that it is actually having an economic impact. The effective date will take place 60 days after the approval.
Are there any discussions or questions concerning this ordinance? If there are not any further questions or statements, do I hear a motion to adopt the ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
Let us now vote on the proposed ordinance.
Councilmember Callaway?
Yes.
Councilmember Carter?
Yes.
Councilmember McCormick?
Yes.
Councilmember McCoy?
Yes.
Councilmember Said?
Yes.
Councilmember Weathers?
Yes.
This motion is approved.
The chair now recognizes Councilman Weathers.
Good afternoon. My first ordinance is luminescent hospital direction sign ordinance. Today, I would like to propose that the city of Gadsden install luminescent signs throughout the city that clearly directs residents and visitors to the nearest hospital in emergency situations. Every second matters, and people may not always have access to GPS or clear directions. These glowing signs will be placed along major roads and intersections so they remain visible at night or during bad weather by clearly pointing the way of the nearest medical facility. They could help reduce confusion and allow people to reach help faster. This ordinance would improve public safety and ensure that anyone in the city can quickly find the nearest hospital when time is critical.
Are there any discussions or questions concerning this ordinance?
I have a question, Madam President.
The chair recognizes Mayor Dandridge.
You probably already said this, and I might have not heard you. Where are you getting your funding from?
Our funding would be from increasing the center's tax. So every, how would I put this? So when we tax people for buying alcohol and products such as that, let's say, I feel like 10% of that budget would go into the signs. Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Madam President, I have a question.
Chair recognizes Member McCormick.
So how are you planning to power these signs again?
They will be LED powered. Well, sorry, excuse me. They will be solar powered.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or discussions?
Madam President, I have a question.
The chair recognizes Councilmember Said.
What color are the signs?
The signs will be luminescent yellow.
Can they change colors?
No, so people can know exactly what to look for.
Sounds good. Thank you.
No problem.
Are there any other comments or questions? If there are no further questions or statements, do I hear a motion to adopt the ordinance?
Motion.
I second.
Let us now vote on the proposed ordinance.
Councilmember Callaway?
Yes.
Councilmember Carter?
Yes.
Councilmember McCormick?
Yes.
Councilmember McCoy?
Yes.
Councilmember Said?
Yes.
Councilmember Weathers?
Yes.
This motion is approved.
My second ordinance is on the ban of chronic do not disturb users. Today, I would like to propose that the city of Gaston adopt a ban on the chronic use of do not disturb or DND mode. Communication is an important part of daily life, and many plans, messages, and important information are missed when individuals keep their phones on D&D for long periods of time. While do not disturb can be useful during school, work, sleep, or meetings, its excessive use often leads to frustration when people claim they never saw the message. The proposal would encourage residents to check their phones regularly and respond to a reasonable amount of time so plans and communication run more smoothly. By discouraging the overuse of do not disturb, this ordinance would promote better communication, fewer missed plans, and less confusion among friends, families, and community members. Hold on one second, sorry. Breaking this ordinance will result in a warning for the first offense, a fine of $460 on the second offense, and in repeated or more serious cases such as 48 plus hours of being on do not disturb, or proof of saying phrases such as I didn't know, or nobody said anything to me, or I never saw the message, etc. It could result in a misdemeanor charge, which would include higher fines or a misdemeanor charge. The charges will be decided by a jury purely based off of the inconvenience of the jurors and how they are feeling that day. Continued repeated offenses will result in a fair but very biased punishment decided by the council members. This offense shall take effect 30 days after approval. Thank you.
Are there any discussions or questions concerning this ordinance?
I have a question.
The chair recognizes Councilmember Said.
How would you plan to enforce this and ensure that people do not put their phone on do not disturb?
One, we would have dedicated members who are hired, such as secret agents, to be on chronic lookout for do not disturb use. So it could be your best friend that would know if somebody is on do not disturb or not. Or, for a better example, your family members that would know if you are on do not disturb, specifically for them not to see, well, for you not to see their messages.
I'm sorry, you used the word secret agent. That very much sounds like an impeachment on America's rights of freedom of privacy. And so I ask you, whose ordinance is sounding more un-American now?
Yours.
Yeah, No further questions.
Does anyone else have any comments or questions or, anything? Okay. If there are not any further questions or statements, do I hear a motion to adopt the ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
Let us now vote on the proposed ordinance.
Councilmember Calloway,
No.
Councilmember Carter,
No.
Councilmember McCormick,
No.
Councilmember McCoy,
Yes.
Councilmember Said.
No.
And Councilmember Weathers.
Yes.
This motion is defeated.
I would like to take a moment to discuss a couple of possible ordinances. Gaston Youth Innovation and Entrepreneurship Hub. When we talk about preparing students for the future, we usually think about college or getting a job, but we do not always think about students who want to create something of their own. There are students right now at Gaston City High School with real ideas, whether that's starting a business, creating a brand, or turning their talent into income, but they do not have the space, support, or guidance to actually make it happen. A lot of potential goes to waste simply because students do not know where to start or do not have the access to the right resources or connections. Not every student has someone at home who can teach them about money, business, or how to turn an idea into something real. The City of Gaston should create a youth innovation and entrepreneurship hub where students can work on their ideas, learn financial literacy, and connect with local business owners and mentors who can guide them. This could also be a space where students pitch ideas, collaborate with each other, and build confidence in what they create. This is about more than just business. It's about giving students independence, teaching real life skills, and showing them that their ideas matter. If we invest in students now, we are investing in the future of Gaston, and we are creating opportunities that will stay in our community instead of leaving it. Are there any questions or discussions or questions concerning the ordinance?
I have a question.
Okay, the chair recognizes Councilmember Said.
So is this hub, is it a building or is it just like a group of people?
I feel like it would start off first, like to save like space and resources. It could start off as just like a group of people meeting, maybe like Zoom calls or something like that to keep like costs down. And after you see how many people actually are interested in this and want to do it, then we could maybe move to like a community center, the school building. Nothing where like we would have to like build a whole building for this or anything like that. Any other questions? Okay. If there are not any further questions or statements, do I hear a motion to adopt the ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
Let us now vote on the proposed ordinance.
Councilmember Callaway?
Yes.
Councilmember Carter?
Yes.
Councilmember McCormick?
Yes.
Councilmember McCoy?
Yes.
Councilmember Said?
Yes.
And Councilmember Weathers.
Yes.
This motion is approved.
I have one more ordinance. Community safe study and night access places. For a lot of students, school does not end when the bell rings. Homework, studying, and preparing for tests all happen after school. But not every student has a place where they can actually focus and get that work done. Some students go home to loud environments, responsibilities like taking care of siblings, or situations that make it hard to concentrate and stay on track academically. Right now, there are not many places in Gaston where students can go in the evening that are safe, quiet, and designed for studying. The City of Gaston should open up spaces in places like community centers or libraries later into the evening so students have somewhere to go. These places could include Wi-Fi, access to computers, basic academic support, and adult supervision to students who feel safe, supported, and be able to focus. This may seem like a small change, but it can have a real impact. When students have a consistent place to study, they are more likely to complete assignments, prepare for tests, and stay motivated. And when students succeed, it benefits not just them, but the entire community. This is about making sure every student has a fair chance to succeed, no matter what their home situation looks like. Are there any discussions or questions concerning this ordinance?
I have a question, Madam President.
The chair recognizes Councilmember Weathers.
Would there be any possible way that we could combine this with Councilmember Carter's second ordinance?
Can you remind me what Councilmember Carter's second ordinance was? I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry.
We went through so many today.
I just had the name up here. I'm so sorry. I should have remembered it.
We can scroll. We're good.
It was the Community Youth Resource Center.
I actually think that would be really good. I think definitely that me and Councilmember Carter could work on that. Like to maybe like come up with another one if we meet again and condense the two so it doesn't sound like we're going back and forth with each other. I think that would actually be really good. So,
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other discussions or questions concerning
Madam
this ordinance?
President, I have a question.
The chair recognizes Councilmember McCoy.
Would this center also be worked by city workers that are paid, or would this be by volunteers?
I feel like to get it up and running first, volunteers, because you wouldn't want to put money into something that may not potentially work. So I would say volunteers, like it could be, honestly, if we start with like a younger group of kids first, maybe like some high school students who want volunteer hours who are not forced to, of course, like different clubs or communities, maybe like National Honor Society could do it in there for like a service project or something like that. But start with volunteers, and then if we see, hey, this is like booming, okay, well maybe we need high school students actually need more help, we realize. Then we get like actual paid people to come and do it, like adults and stuff like that to help. But yes, start off with volunteers, then work our way up.
And might I propose as well with Councilwoman Carter's ordinance that we passed earlier for the student center, might I propose that we take the student entrepreneurship hub that you proposed, as well as this, and incorporate those as areas within the student center, seeing as though they have, similar goals in mind.
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions or comments? Okay. If there are not any further questions or statements, do I hear a motion to adopt the ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
Let us now vote on the proposed ordinance.
Councilmember Callaway?
Yes.
Councilmember Carter?
Yes.
Councilmember McCormick,
Yes.
Councilmember McCoy,
Yes.
Councilmember Saeed,
Yes.
and Councilmember Weathers.
Yes.
This motion is approved.
Is there any new business? Seeing none, we will move on to departmental reports. Do we have any departmental reports? Okay. Moving on to closing remarks. Ms. Mayor.
I would like to thank everyone for coming today. I would like to thank my council for being here, and I think all of you had really great. Some of you had really good points and things for the community, and I think some of those really need to be recognized and taken into consideration so that our city could be better. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Carter.
I would like to thank Mr. Sullivan for allowing me to participate in this, and I would like to thank all of you. And yeah, have fun.
Councilmember McCormick.
As she said, some ordinances were good, some were not. So, but I believe, some of the ordinances that were, proposed, I think there's some, I feel like they could address some real issues in our city. So, but yeah, thank you.
Councilmember McCoy.
First off, can we just give a standing ovation to Miss Ava Nelson for putting this together all these years?
Absolutely, yeah. Just like, yeah.
I know this has definitely been one of the most fun experiences of my life. I've definitely enjoyed it, and it helps us all learn. I mean, I think before this, almost none of us really knew how city government truly worked. We may have knew of Mayor Ford, but we didn't know our representatives or anything like that. So I'm just so grateful for the city of Gadsden for giving us this opportunity, and I want to thank Mr. Long hair, like Mr. Sullivan. Thank you for allowing us to do this. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Councilmember Saeed.
I just want to say I really needed this, and I love you guys. Yeah. Also, Branson, that was mean. All right. Anyway, bye.
Councilmember Weathers.
Yes, I wanted to say a huge thanks to City of Gadsden and Gadsden Board of Education for giving us these amazing opportunities. And also come see Ronald Dahl's Willy Wonka presented by Titan Theater this Friday and Saturday at 6:30. I don't know how much the tickets are, but I'm sure it's online somewhere.
Or $5 or $15. I actually don't know.
Ms. Mathis, would you like to say anything?
Just thank you for everyone being here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here. Shout out to Mr. Sullivan. He's like the best ever. And then, of course, all the board members over here. It's been really fun, and I've enjoyed all the laughs.
Okay, me last, guys. I had so much fun. It's my last year doing it. I've been doing it for like 3 years, so I'm going to miss it so much. I'm going to miss Miss Ava Nelson so much. I'm going to come back and come and see this again, but thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Sullivan, for encouraging me to do this when I was a sophomore, when I had no clue what city government was, so thank you. All right. Do I hear a motion that we adjourn this meeting?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor of adjournment, say aye. Any opposed? So let's
Aye.
aye. Sorry, guys.
Aye.
All right. Motion carries. You are all adjourned.